other things. And I'm glad I did that. I grew.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So awkward. I think we can just jump right into.
You did a great job with your lesson today. So, do we need to share what you did?
Oh,
they know. Okay.
I think they know. I just did like I'll just like do a little. So this is my very first week here, so I'm just doing a lot of observing and watching what Elise does in the classroom and knowing their routines. And so this week's lesson was really just on standard 1, just getting to know the students, them getting to know me, and then I asked them a little bit about their strengths and interests.
Mm-hmm. And Katie did an awesome job with putting together her lesson and making it very visual. Kindergarten's very visual, visual learners. And she made an Adobe Spark page.
Yeah.
And the kids love the pictures and love the stories and love the just some of the things you put with the pictures of like your daughters, how you were saying Gwynnie Pooh and stuff like that. They just thought that was like the coolest thing. So I think the organization of the whole lesson and how you had everything mapped out was awesome.
Okay.
And when you deliver the message up here, it was great. And then the thing though that we'll have to work on like in the weeks to come will be the management side of it.
Yes.
And the management side of it is tough, especially with kindergarten. And we have been inside for indoor recess for the past 3 days.
I'm sorry.
And so I felt really bad that we were like throwing her into the fire today because they've just been like on a roll today. So, but literally, like if they are not doing what they're supposed to do at the rug, you have to stop.
Okay.
And like, I mean, even if it's like one, because if one person starts doing it, then someone else is going to do it, and someone else. And so when you look back at the video, you'll see like little people to the side, and you'll just know that next time that like if one person kind of starts doing something else or fidgeting or like rolling around on the rug, you literally just have to stop.
Okay.
And even just like throwing in like stupid things like I do I do a magic trick and say, I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to count to 5, and when I open them up, everyone's going to be sitting crisscross looking at Mrs. Fee, and I can keep going with my story. 1, 2, 3, abracadabra, poof. And they they just think that's like the cool. I mean, just throw in like random things like that, and then we'll kind of get them back to So just really, the main part of the lesson that I would say that you need to work on for next week is just the classroom management side of it, and it will come with practice and experience and with sunnier days.
I did notice how it's like you have eyes in the back of your head. I'm like, how does she notice like every little thing? It's really neat, actually.
And you'll get there.
Yeah.
But it's just,
But like, 'cause sometimes I'm so focused on this, and then I'm like, oh yeah, there's other students.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the number one goal to kind of work for. Because you have, I mean, your lesson, it was there. I mean, when they went back to journal, we could break that step down a little bit more of I want you to go back, put your pencil in the air.
Okay, yeah.
And say, okay, we're going to first start on the first picture. The first picture we're going to do is something you like. And then set a timer, give them 5 minutes. They can work on that side for 5 minutes. And or 3 minutes. 5 minutes is kind of long at this point. And then do the next picture and just use a pencil.
Okay.
And then say, okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, as many details as you can with crayons or whatever. So kind of just break down.
Okay.
So, and really that goes to management part of it too.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So just kind of breaking it down even more.
Okay.
That's the big thing with kindergarten. It's like, you think you break it down, and then you realize I have to break it down even more. Because you did break it down with like showing them up here and sending it, but I mean we have to break it down even more, and then you'll have less of those behaviors when you break it down.
Okay.
But the kids love you, and like the kids love you, and like especially, I mean, just throughout the day, everyone, they're asking you questions, and they're not just coming to me, and that shows a lot. I mean, you've only been here for a few days, and so.
I know.
So you've already formed those relationships.
Aubrey said today, she was like, we're not allowed to play with links at the indoor recess. I was like, well, I said it's okay, and if Miss Fee comes back and says that it's not, then I've learned my lesson.
Yes.
She's like, the real teacher says.
The real teacher.
But I was like, for right now.
That's
And
too
then she
funny.
like jumped in and she's like, okay.
That's too funny.
Okay, so those are really good tips. And then I also thought that it went too long because I could really tell, like, okay, I'm losing them.
Yeah.
I could really tell, like, they're obviously we've been inside a lot too, but like, okay, I think maybe either it was too long or too complicated. I don't know which one. Or maybe just my classroom management is just
it
not
did
there.
get a little. I mean, when I was recording and I could actually like see the time go
Yeah.
by, it was funny because when you like reached that like 5-minute mark, then you could see like some more like
Yes.
of the kind of moving around and stuff. And so, I mean, yeah, kind of back to the management thing of like
Okay.
either breaking it up of they go back to their desk or do something, or maybe you go to the back rug and you go in a circle and then you share out like in a circle of what their interest is.
Okay, that's a
So,
good idea. Okay,
So just things like that. That's why I
like
mean,
it
in
was
both,
more.
I've moved classrooms like every single year, and I always make sure I have a front rug and a back rug so that we can like transition to different areas because I do have to
Okay.
like get up and move because if they're sitting for more than 5 minutes,
Yeah, I know that. I was like,
because they were interested in
Yeah.
everything you were saying, but since it had been 5 minutes, like they needed to move, they needed to
Okay.
do something.
okay,
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. just breaking up and something
Okay.
else. So, or even like when you were talking about how you like running and or being outdoors, you could have had everyone stand up and like do some exercises, or kind of leave them in like something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Thank
So,
you. Anything else?
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would have at the point that you're at right now. I wouldn't think that it was your first few days. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, that was perfect.